Oh, guess who completely forgot to press the record button or the stream button? It's me. I've been talking to myself for an hour now. I was surprised nobody was saying anything. We're just going to pretend absolutely none of this happened and reset the system real quick. Whoops. And so, goddammit. I saved over my save. So for some reason, when you stream on YouTube, there's a button that tells you, lets you stop the stream or start the stream. Usually I set it up so that as soon as I press the button on OBS, it like starts immediately. I did not select the right option in why is it currently stream. So yeah, I need some people to shut up, but absolutely nothing. I am truly a streamer of all times. So I've already forgot what I opened my stream with, but welcome to Parasite Eve. We are in the middle of New York. It is Christmas, and there are giant jelly monsters and horses on fire. If Hollywood has taught me anything, this is a very normal and average Christmas especially the giants being dead ones. The game does not even pretend to be anything but a schlock. It's great. Right, so let's see. Can I? No, I cannot. Okay. So I mistakenly loaded up my clear game save, thinking I had launched the stream. I had not. Oh yeah, Parasite Eve music slaps. It's great. It has a very... I don't remember who exactly did the arrangement, but it has a feel that I don't... I'm pretty sure it's a very specific person that did it. Yeah, it's by Yoko Shimomura, who you might know as the person who made the Kingdom Hearts music. I think she also did Street Fighter. Oh yeah, no, the FMV cutscenes absolutely makes the body horror much more visceral because of horror. So as I was saying, I secondly stopped playing the game because it was on and that nobody was saying anything, which is not particularly surprising to me. Usually people like playing for tend to have the stream in the background, so it never occurred to me I was doing a dump. So I went through the game until the... My cat says hello. Until the first save point, and I saved over my save data. Normally, this save here would just say EX round, absolutely nothing, just level 1 HP and stuff like that. Since I made that mistake, is it going to cutscene again? I'm just going to do a normal new game, and yeah, 1998. And once we reach the first stage point, which isn't going to take particularly long, we are just going to save the save which I meant to use. Yes, it is. This is not a recent game. I really don't know why my cat likes my... I have a woolly sweater. I don't think it's pure wool sweater, but for some reason my cat absolutely loves it, and she keeps looking at it, but like an idiot, it gets stuck in her tongue, so she stays for 5 seconds her tongue out, trying to put it back in. A bit. Welcome to the most festive and Christmassy of all games. A game with body horror. I don't know a lot about New York, but in the single cutscene, two of the things that I've been led to believe are the most New York things ever, the Statue of Liberty and... I mean, it's Carnegie Hall, so I think it's supposed to be an opera, but like Broadway musicals. For my joke, I'm just going to pretend it's a Broadway musical. What's wrong? You're the one who wanted to come to the opera. And yes, I will be dubbing every single character in the game. It will all be French, and most of them are going to have very poorly fitting voices. Good. Name Ayabuya, age 25, occupation NYPD officer. And now that you know who she is, you get to rename her. Why not? Ayabuya is Ayabuya. Heyo. I don't know, you're right. I try to have more fun. Aren't you glad you decided to go out with me? I even had my dad get the best seats for us tonight. So lighten up, you're gonna have a great time, you'll see. Come on, we better go inside. To speed things up a little bit, I'm not going to talk to everybody. Let's get to our seat. I've already started the first act. Ready? And for the small opera section, I'm not going to try and sing. Father, please give me permission to marry Eva. That's why I gives it away. I forbid it. You know well what will happen if you do. Jesus succumbs to her beauty, old and ignorable ways. You don't understand. She is the one who suffered Hector's deaths. She is evil. Now, grab her and burn her at the stake. Father, you are sentencing her to death, and I ask you to take my life as well. Edward. Pre-rendered environments are ancient and forgotten. The nice part about the cutscenes not being done over at all, we absolutely is a CGI, awkward, stilted, and really part of the body itself. Actually, it's on purpose. It really feels like it is. So something I've just realized while watching this cutscene for the second time today. So I had jumped out of her seat to dodge some guy that was falling down. That means she was not sitting next to her date. Because right now they are next to one another, so that means her date got tickets, but was one row in front of her. I don't think it would have worked out very well. Jesus, I don't wanna. Oh my god, Go, get out of here now! Shoulder check. So, a game expects you to go forward. However, it's not on the right window. However, you can just go here. It does not do anything at this time because everybody is burned to a crisp. But once we reach a point in the progression, which is basically after the tutorial fight, we get to come back here and get a few frames. So yes, this is a totally legit and not at all emulated copy of the game, so don't worry about random speed ups and speed downs. It's totally normal. I am not modifying the game in the slightest. Freeze, NYPD! You're the one who seems to be fine. What? You should be helping us. What are you talking about? You said I'm trying to communicate. Cutting out. would now explain fights. Fights take place in turns. You have an action timer, or ATP, as was the time, the style at the time. Once the ATP is full, you get your turn. Certain things will affect how fast or slow your ATP is up. Then the actress got dealt a really rough hand. She did not have a good time. Under the ATP is origin. It goes down to zero level. Once your ATP is full, you get to press a button. Now we are taking our turn. In this case, the mesh on us is our range. Anything inside the range, this range will take a lot more damage than if it was outside. We don't have bullets, which is the amount of bullets we have on us. The 2 bullets here mean that we have 2 shots for 1 action, and target means we have 1. As you can see, I mismade that 1 HP damage because I was outside the range. What's happened in my body? It's getting hot. Just like I felt. What is this? What did you do to me? That's what she can shoot these things. I did not realize you had to shoot up once in order to discuss it. The first time I played the game, I was already on the same run, so I one-shot off. And this time as well, I one-shot off. So you got Parasite Energy mid-fight. Okay, so now we can talk about Parasite Energy. Parasite Energy is your MP. It works in that by opening the menu, which you can use machines, items, and then change your your PE is magic. So here, it now says this simple spell use this much people. I don't use it because of my food. So that laser is not as strong as a gun. And now you can see that people that's something to keep in mind. So, and here, that's the other part of using the cardinal. The bar is completely red. I don't need a full PV bar in order to cast this spell. The more spell, the more you use the spell, the more it's going to cost. But that's what the more you use a spell, the more spells you use. They don't have to be just a single spell. The more spells you use, the slower your PV will start regenerating. Which means it can get difficult to cast spells past a certain point because your PV just switches so fast. Hopefully that's something that does not need to be originated. And that is good. Communicating what you want. The more you use that power, the more you will become like me. Power? What power? Who are you? Eve? Eve? I'm surprised you don't know me, Aya. You should know me very well. What? I don't know what kind of what to give her here, honestly. That's probably going to be a very recurring. What is this? I don't give good delivery to a line because I don't know how I'm supposed to deliver it. I am not a voice actor. What was that? Whee! Wait, where are you going? I'm not through with you yet. And now we exit stage left. And now we go back stage left. It's a bit of a strange game, but honestly it's a very good game. So this is a box. It sticks out of the pre-render background because it's 3D, but even so, it can be a bit difficult to see sometimes. It gives us some medicine that restores 45 HP. I know she's down there. Sounds like my backups arrived. We can jump down, or we can forget it and just leave. Oh, we can also exit stage right. Yeah. It says hello. Wait, I'm a cop with the NYPD. Huh? Hold on, I'm going to take out my badge. Don't shoot. I feel like there are many jokes I could make about this. For some reason she kept her... Yes, it's very strange looking, but don't worry, it's perfectly normal. I, I don't know why she kept her police badge in her cleavage, but she did. I wonder if it's that thing called spontaneous combustion? Who knows, huh? Yeah, I think we'd be on TV. How this becomes a TV movie or something. Let me patch you up. So this guy here, you can just come back to him and he will heal you, I'm pretty sure. Hey, why do you have any injuries? Don't ask me, that's something I want to know. How many's gotten burned? A lot of them. Probably won't make it. Hey, I've got the same gun. I've got bullet for that if you want. Thank you. That's not a ton, but a little something that they give you. Speaking of totally legit and not at all modified stuff. Wee. Okay. Can I see you taking out your badge again, Mom? I need to make sure. Yeah, the extra bullet is nice. So you do have limited bullets. As soon as this small cutscene is done, I will show that. Are you alone? It's dangerous here. You should go, little child who is inexplicably in an hospital gown and giggles creepily with a weird otherworldly echo and and vanished without opening the door. Okay, Opera's haunted, that's good to know, and completely unsurprising. That girl, it couldn't be. Right, so inventory. Right now we are very limited in our inventory. We have 10 inventory slots. As you play the game level and stuff, you can upgrade your inventory. This is our ammo crate. Every gun uses the same ammo. Everything comes from the ammo crate. You can see we don't have a lot of ammo. We have 10 bullets total. So you might be thinking, this is a horror game. It has RPG elements and it has guns, sure, but since it's an horror game, surely they're going to have us do a lot of resource management. And I'm gonna shut up because this is one of the best cutscenes in the game. It was, yeah. That's how long you've been playing for this. I suppose this is this averagely sized New York rats that I've heard so many memes about. Oh yeah, it's completely disgusting. And they can shoot fireballs as well. So as I said, you might be thinking, so it's a horror game, we have guns, sure it's an RPG, but since it's a horror game, surely they are going to have us ration out our bullets, make sure we have enough of them for bosses and force us to use our melee weapon, the club, because bullets are going to be scarce and something as range. The answer is no. It takes 3 bullets to kill him. You get 6 bullets for killing him. This is the most basic gun. This is the weakest gun of them all. By the time we're done here, even if this was just a regular run through the game, which it will not be, I'm just going to be completely honest, we would not be in any situation to worry about bullet consumption. Jesus, Eve, do that to the right? What's going on here? I started to murder someone. Oh, hey, take everything, it's all the counter. Don't scare me, I'm with the NYPD. You're the one that scared me, lady. I was just getting ready. You know, only staff are allowed in here. There was an incident here. You'll have to evacuate. What? You're kidding, right? Hey, I'm not dying here tonight. See ya. You were saying about dying? More rats. I'm pretty sure they just can't do. And something I didn't touch on because it seemed this is technically an action RPG, which means you can move around and dodge attack this way. That's a main way to actually survive in this game. You can heal and stuff, but for the most part you're supposed to move around in order to avoid getting set on fire and stuff. It doesn't always work. It's that clown from the dressing room. gonna finish everything there's to do in this corridor, and then I'm going to load my previous save. Because I'm pretty sure I made the save. Ah! I'm pretty sure I made a save here. So this is. I better notify the department about what's happened here. Please have you progressed? Yes. No, this is how you say phone. You can change a few things, but as far as I know, you can't go back to the main screen. That's a bird. Oh, oh, help. But since this was where I started made my previous save, I am going to reset. We are going to go fast. Faster. Press the start button. Continue. And load the actual save. So that's exactly where we were. I didn't even activate the bird yet. So you might notice something different about my armor. And you might also notice something different about this gun. The bob armor and the bob gun are weapons of mass destructions. You will see exactly what I mean in a second. What's this key? Using the key we found, we can open various doors, and not the door. Behind them are usually some goodies. In this case, there's another bird. Merry Christmas. Goodbye. No, die. The bird now wants to kill us. Now, the bird now does 0 points of damage. We are virtually invincible. Most of the enemies here cannot damage us due to our building endgame armor. For reference, the armor, it has HP max, which gives us a bit more HP. The one that's right here is more damage, because that's always nice. Plus 4 inventory slots, because you always need more inventory. Anti-paralysis, because fuck paralysis. It's the worst. Arguably blindness is also pretty bad, but honestly paralysis is way worse. Blindness just means you can't really shoot anything. Paralysis just means I'm stuck in place and everything's fine. And PD down, which means things cost a lot less PD to use. I'm just going to show what the gun does in the perfect, so as you can see, it has a lot more range. It has also not 2 bullets, but 3 that work in a way that is 3 actions. In the previous gun with Rate of Fire 2, we could select 2 enemies to shoot, that's all we could do. But here we can say, decide to shoot once, use an item or use a spell, and shoot the second time. Generally speaking, we're not going to be needing to shoot the second time for a long time. That was 370 points of damage. I make absolutely no excuse or apologies about the fact I'm going to use a gun that can quite literally nukes New York off the face of the earth in order to fight giant rats. This is not a first time playthrough. I'm here mostly because I want to fight the secret boss at the end of the game, and I've chosen violence in order to do so. So I know we're in the US, for reference I am French, and I know we're in the US, but I feel like having ammo absolutely everywhere like this is not how it should be. A diary? November 3, Monday. Christmas shows up to be set. It has been my dream. Man actress has a solo concert at the theater in Central Park. I took all the medication to get here. I have to get to that part. I even sell my soul to the devil if I have to. November 17, Monday. Cast was announced, and Susan and I had our cast. I want to play the part alone, but everyone knows she's good. Commander 21, Friday. I think I'm alright. But it's getting hotter than ever for some reason. I better take more medicine. December 7, 6, Saturday. I collapsed today. I lost consciousness after my body got hot. I don't care if I die, I just want to get through this show. December 10, Wednesday. I passed out again. Told me to go to the doctor and get some rest. If this continues, Suzanne will definitely take my part. I need to get better. I'd better take a lot of medication tonight. December 11, Thursday. Suzanne was burned in an apartment fire. Is it because I wanted the part so bad? God, forgive me. December 17th, Wednesday. It looks like I will be the lead. I better take more medication and work it. December 23rd, Tuesday. Opening night, everything went smoothly. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. We should have the biggest crowd of the season. And I have the solo concert the next day at the park. But I'm not feeling well. I better shape up if I want to get through this. I better take more medication. Oh, what? Why is she taking so much? She must have a drug problem. Another key? Rehouse key. So this key unlocks the door at the very end. Right here. But we will not be going there quite yet. I guess I already did that. So you're supposed to open those lockers and one of the corpses at the bottom starts twitching. Because it's still kind of alive. And I is less than happy at this time. It says Parasite, but before we get to that plot point, it's not quite the same kind of Parasite as you would have in like Resident Evil 4 or anything like that. But yes, it is quite intense. Huh. Isn't that supposed to be a defense plus? Weird. That's odd. This one looks like it's about to crumble. I don't think that's a prop. It doesn't have you say anything about it. Even if you're next to it, it doesn't do anything, but I don't think that's a prop. I think that's just a dead guy. Which would explain why this place is haunted. And before I forget, you have in the game, since you have limited inventory slots, it doesn't happen up the time, but you can drop items inside of a chest. For example, I can say, this is where I put my medicine, and I grab it back. You don't really do it often, mostly because the game is annoying in how it deals with that. If you open a chest with a full inventory, it does not tell you, hey, do you want to, I don't know, switch the items an item between it and your inventory. It just flat out said you, hey, no, you can't grab anything, your inventory is full. So you're kind of forced to use items or throw items away before you can grab stuff in your... He did one damage inside. Before you can... Remember where I was going with this. Just remember the fact that this door was not unlocked from inside. And with that, we've done pretty much everything we could do in here, and everything I did before the start of the before I messed up. I know we still have the second half of this dungeon, but it's not very long. Very long. It's very neat here because this is the main theme of the game, just done on piano. And if you would, please, pay attention to this little corner here. It may not seem important, but it will be later. I'm Melissa. No, I am Eve. I'm a bit sad because this is the only place you will hear this piano rendition of the film, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting hot! And like, if you quick press, you hear it for less than 5 seconds. Almost. Nucleic domination has finally come to an end once and for all. What? Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. Because I'm an idiot and forgot to start the stream. And we didn't miss that much. I will say, Eve knows what she's about because Melissa was not as buxom as she is now. And what I'm saying is that Eve loves this. Once again, the day for the mitochondria to be free has finally arrived. I'm an it's a proper boss fight where she can do damage to you normally and she's somewhat rough, but I have the strongest spells of them all. Looks like you need some sun, girl. Oh, why do you have something that strong at the start of the game? Until your mitochondria completely free. Oh god, I have a whole size of my fist in my chest. Mitochondria, what are you saying? I don't understand you. What? Where is this? Is that... Is that a little girl I saw? Why is she hunting the Caribbean hole if she's here? No, wait, it's a doctor. A doctor? Wait. Mitochondria to be free? So remember when I said you need to pay close attention to this little hole, to this little corner here. Can you tell where we're supposed to go next? Because the game is sure is really bad at it. There's a hole here. Good fucking luck seeing it because it does not appear anywhere on this screen. If your reaction like mine once you were done with murdering the monster lady and having a flashback was saying, oh, there's absolutely nothing left here, she must have escaped. I guess I'm done here, and I walked back the first time I played this game, it was off stream, and I went back all the way to the scops, which is how I know the cutscene is here, and I suspect that's how many people know the cutscene is here. I then ran through the mid-dungeon before here like 4 times, trying to figure out where exactly I was supposed to go because I could not see that hole. And yeah, it's here. You go down here, and welcome to the sewers. This game starts strong with a sewer level not well, okay, I took my time, so normally it would be not 20 minutes before the start of the game. So my gun is a shotgun as shown by the shotgun shell. That means that when I select it does immune damage depending on where I shoot. In this case, if I shoot this random where it will be I have unlocked scan. It analyzes its weaknesses, and by that it means it tells you their HP and not much else. I'm pretty sure it can tell you what they can drop or what you can steal from them. I just kind of never use it. Because of the way Parasite Energy works, you do not want to use your limited Parasite Energy on random spells that you need much. Scan is nice because you know how much HP the boss has. Usually it does work on bosses. but what it does not do is heal you, do damage, or save your ass. Just a little girl I saw in the theater. Are you lost? Wait, no, she's lost. She's the ghost with dark echoes. And if you don't quite see it, there's a chest right here. It gives you medicine, and there is another chest. You are meant to go up the stairs that you can see here, and you can see both of those chests from above. With a rendered angle that tells you exactly where they are. I am not going to shoot off. That's a chest. I'm gonna say I did because I can't attack it. Since I'm trying to go a bit faster in order to catch up to where I was when I realized, oh wait, I'm going to start streaming. So this game puts us in the sewers. Second thing, and unfortunately there is more sewer sections. They aren't the worst sewer sections I've not been in, but they're not particularly great either. The next sewer section it's a maze, an annoying maze filled with annoying enemies. That one paid my ass the first time I went through the game. Now that I have my super gun, they are much less annoying to deal with. But unfortunately, at no point do they have us fight mutant turtles. Or ninjas, for that matter. What it does, however, is have us fight the giant monster lady and the boss of this area. Hold it right there! My body is getting hot again. Aya's ready to take me on just by yourself. And even if you did have more people with you, they just burn, right? Everyone else but you are. I'm never going to finish this sentence. Tell me, Eve, why? Why me? Why am I the only one? You'll find out eventually. Even if you don't understand it, your mitochondria will. They've always known. I'm going to give you some time to think and some time to evolve. And the day shall arrive when you will awaken. Now if you'll excuse me, I gotta go. This next cutscene is very weird and confusing. This is not Eve. It's very weird because it is incomplete turned into this and turned into Genie and this thing and I think she turns into Genie that to pass through the past and then sends some Genie back your way in order to create the sewer gate or Mark II electric vehicle. Yeah, 2 tires. maybe it can shoot organs. Will be used. We can either select the tail or his body. And normally we're supposed to shoot at the tail in order to the body in order to shoot the tail. And it does not easily so easily tranquilized means that you can put it to sleep fairly easily, which is quite difficult because we don't have any sleep weapon. And some enemies have more or less resistance to elemental damage than you can put on your weapon. I think it's mostly hit and ice. Hit round and credit rounds. It's not something you really need to bother with because they are all neutral to normal gun. And as a result, you actually cap yourself by equipping fire and damage, which is something I discovered last time. As no enemy anti-recharge. But it's not right. Most only really useful PE powers that you will gain in this game are the ones that either heal you or buff you. When I just what you want, Eve. And we are now going to meet the best character in the game. The man who would fistfight God for his friends. We're live in front of Carnegie Hall, which has become a scene of complete chaos. Miss, you're the sole survivor of this horrible ordeal, correct? Until now, this combustion fury has been acknowledged by only by occult enthusiasts. I have dyslexia, I can't read my script. Please just leave me alone. This incident happened to take place on Christmas Eve overnight. I would like to present the citizen of this city interview you exclusively. I can punch. Are you crazy, Jim? Did you get that on tape? Buddy. Daniel. I am later. I do not know what voice to give him. Hey, you okay? It was really something that happened by there. Yes, but I date. Heard from a crowd at your boyfriend, not aware like a roost. Sorry. Well. Don't worry. We didn't even book the same sit in the same as me. If you went here for it, in the cutscene where everything is set on fire and the opera burns down, we see Aya go from one row to the next in order to dodge a guy that's falling down. And when gameplay starts, she is next to a would-be boyfriend, which means they were not on the same row. And I just found that immensely funny. Not like that, I had him escort me because he kept pestering me for a date. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of all places. The opera. The story here. Why is opera, huh? Is that the in big right now? they had new paper. Don't tell me you were. Wait. No, really. Don't tell me we're onto this, guys. So we've only got some cock instinct in here. Shouldn't you be with your son? It's Christmas Eve. Honestly, just have the stream on both platforms just so people can go with what they prefer. I'm just really hoping yeah, why not? So I'm always tripped up by this the restream chat whenever I look at the stream proper, because on my end on the app it goes from bottom to top like in most chats. In restream for some in the stream for itself for some reason it goes top to bottom. It's very disorienting. So for a second I was going, oh god damn it, it's hiding like half of the messages, but no, it's not. You know this does a curve, my button stands. Anyway, to change the subject, I heard things from people who were there. I can probably fix it in the settings, but it works, so I haven't done anything. This is one hell of an incident, huh? Yeah. What's this? No. Hey, you asleep? Yeah, oh well. Don't blame ya for what you've been through tonight. Just started with this incident. 6 days back to become nightmare for me. A nightmare before my so people will eventually follow the cat and go home with their lives. I don't think they will, but I will never forget it. It was pure terror. But it was so 6 days in a field of yes. I mean, can you blame her? She just saw at least 100 people just go up in smoke like that. Day 2. Fusion! So, at the end of each day, we get a few bonus points. Days are basically just the game's chapter. There are... not to say 6 days. I think the 6th day is just the end game, where it's basically the last boss rush. But there are 5 main days. The one we just did, day 2, and so on. During those days, we can kind of just explore as things are unlocked. And I don't entirely remember when the secret dungeon's unlocked. I think it's at day 4? I'm pretty sure it's unlocked once you get to disc 2, because this game is a PS1 game and an RPG at boot, so it's on 2 discs. Hey, you okay? Yeah, you ought to be resting. Wish I could, but I'm the only one who knows what happened last night. I've been gathering some info on Misha. She's got no relatives. And no close friends. She was sick often. I was on some kind of medication. And people at the opera said they were amazed she could even stand on stage. That meant burned down right after the incident, so we have no info on her medication. So, what's this spontaneous combustion stuff all about? It wasn't exactly spontaneous. People were actually set on fire. Oh, come on. What, like one of those ESP things? That's the best way to describe it for now. ESP, oh, well, I'm not buying it. But if you're right, how are we supposed to deal with something like that? I believe her. After all, I was the only witness so far. But if you're gonna take on a suspect like that, you'd better ask Barker for a better sidearm. I heard your report. Still hard to believe, but we can't deny all those deaths. We're gonna go all out to solve this case. Make sure you're well equipped. Go down to the weapon department and give the experiment to Torres. He'll help you out. What? Modding permits are rather important for a reason that is no longer as valid as it is. So, let's take a look at my gun. Going to give us a 2. I could talk to everybody, but I don't have anything. Welcome to the gun room. This is our stash. Never mind, this is not our stash. This is our stash. This is not our stash. I think he is our stash. Hey there, good looking. It's a crap, Wayne. Where's Torres? That baldy hooner! So would he be? Shotgun, rocket launcher. Wayne! Yes, sir. He's not particularly bold. Idiots like you are the reason why guns won't disappear from this country. Get your ass back to weapons storage. You're far from ready to be handling guns in here. Okay, sheesh. Rocket launcher! You do actually get some rocket launchers. Nice, I need some equipment. Oh, nice case. It was quite a mess. But as long as cops rely on guns, criminal will too. Vicious cycle, hand-to-hand weapon to a young cop like you. But I hear this is on your own crook. Guess I can't send you off empty-handed. Torres is a very peculiar character. Yeah, this is the most powerful gun I can allow you to have. Yeah, he just gives us an M16. Captain Baker already notified me. Show me your modification permit again. What permit? Permit from Baker. Which gun? So, the mod permit is supposed to allow us to add mod slots into your weapons and your armor. Notice that the bomb gun 2 cannot be modded any further. It has 5 mod slots. That is the max you can give any gun. You cannot mod the club either, because the club is a piece of junk and we will never be using it. The end vest cannot be modified either. It depends on what gun you have. Some can be modded more, some can be modded less. In this case, I'm going to mod Bob Armor in order to unlock its 8th slot. I don't know if I'm going to put anything in there, but... Alright, just wait there. All set. But just remember, cops own guns for protection. Don't let the guns own you. Let's explain why he does not like guns as much as he does, but this is kind of just schlock horror, so characters always have one single defining streak, at least the side characters. Tell Torres! Don't tell Torres, but you can use tools to turn out your guns. You can rearrange equipment and parameters and add the effects to tweak your equipment. I can show you some cool tune-up techniques. Oh, you are absolutely supposed to put the permit on either the M16 or on the other hand pistol you have. The game does not tell you that, but depending on your weapon type, your AT bar will go faster or lower. By default, I'll explain that myself, it will be easier to show. By default, you got it, trust me, you can never have too much firepower. Of course you can't use them without bullets, so you better make sure you always have your club. Just in case, you know? No, you don't. Why don't you leave stuff you don't need with me? So, by killing things, we will get junk. Giving him the junk will let us gain very strong, very powerful guns, who are not going to be particularly useful considering what we already have. However, we can store equipment with him, and when I say we can store equipment, I mean we can grab stuff from our previous state of the game. He has many things, including a rocket launcher, and a lot more stuff. I have gone through the game twice. I have a lot of guns. I have a lot of guns. I am going to... Oh, I keep the Chrysler keys. That's nice. The Chrysler keys are for the super secret dungeons. May let you skip floors, and that's nice. I'm probably still going to go through the dungeon by myself. So there are two types of tools. The tools here, and the super tools. It doesn't say exactly, but super tools can let you move things from one gun to the other without destroying the previous gun, the gun you're using. Let me show you what I mean. So, now that we have a tool in our inventory, we can tune up a gun. What that means is when we're on the screen, oops, not what I do. We see, does that show on I don't think it's showing on my... Yeah, I wasn't tapped into So, what we see here is an explanation of our gun. Its name is Bob Gun 2. You can change the name of your guns when I think it's in the last safe room of the game. You can talk to a guy and you can change the name of your gun and of your armor, which is why this is Bob Gun 2. I had a Bob gun and then I found a better gun, so this is a Bob gun Mark II. In this case, at 30 bullets, I'm pretty sure it can have more bullets, it just does not tell you how many bullets you can put in a gun. Never mind, it tells you how many bullets you can put in a gun right here, I'm dumb. So, here base are the base stats of the gun. It has 75 attack, 59 range, and 14 bullets, so it's pretty good. However, it's also very slanted, and if we look at the M16, we see that compared to the previous gun that we had, which was this one, those two handguns and even the bob guns have all roughly the same range. Rifles, which is a weapon type, has more range, a lot more range, but not necessarily more damage. It has also more bullets, but what's important to know is that it does not tell you anywhere, but it slows down your AP bar. I think certain guns have also more or less chance to trigger crit attacks, and that handguns have one of the better chance to do crit attacks. Overall, handguns are just the best weapons. The other reason why they are the best weapons is that you can take everything that makes a gun special. In this case, I could decide to take, using my I don't have another. Actually, let me see what he should be able to do a tune. Right, so here there is everything in there. I think the game is bad at telling you what icon does what, so I need to look at something. Right. So this is actually a pretty good gun to skill to have. This is counterattack. If you get hit, you will be able to just attack back. It's pretty neat. Otherwise, this is cyanide. It has a low chance to instant kill most enemies. I don't use it because but yeah, most guns have something that makes them special, and you can just this one. And from here, I can say, you know what? I want to be able to counterattack enemies. So I'm going to use a tool in order to take this. And if I didn't fuck up, it is now the pop gun. Similarly, you can say, you know what? It's nice to have a maximum damage bonus, but I want more. Give me more. I have now moved the plus from the bob gun, from the previous gun to the bob gun. You can move like bonus stats from one gun to the next. You can use any gun that you find if it doesn't have a super amazing skill on it. you can just use it as a fodder for your new gun. Tools are not the most common thing, but they are not uncommon either. The really rare ones are the super tools, which you can use in order to take something from a weapon without destroying it. So in this case, stats. This one. Oh yes, you can make very cracked gun, and that's without showing something that I didn't realize until late in my previous run. So say that here in this case I want to grab everything that's from the M92F and put it on the bob gun. I could do that and select a super tool. Parameter will be removed. Is this okay? Note that it does not say that the M92F will be lost like it did previously. You can move stuff, but the gun will not be lost. In this case, if I ever found a handgun that had better base stats than the bob gun, I could just grab everything from the bob gun and slowly move it over to the new gun uh, with super hard tools, which is something that I did. You can also use that in order to get rid of certain attributes you don't really want on your gun. Say that this gun had fire rate times 5, which it had previously, which I thought made it very strong, but actually made it very weak due to how rate of fire works. And you can move it to something else without destroying your gun. It's very nice. And you might also think, so that lets you make very cracked guns and very cracked armor as well, because all of that applies to your armor. And in this case, if I want to here, CR armor, I don't know what it stands for, but it's an armor that lowers your AT bar, but gives you better HP, better firepower. But in this case, this is a B armor, I think it's biohazard armor. I can decide, you know what, I want that empty poison, so you can take it from here and put it on my gun, my current armor. But if it did not already have the paralysis armor, I could also use a super tool in order to move both of them. Right now, the two things that are fairly important here is the CM armor, which I think it's common armor, where it auto heals you. If you take a lot of damage, it. Oh yeah, no, the stock pistol is very funny. You can just mod it to hell and back and just keep it, and it will become cracked. It won't be the best weapon to do it on because it doesn't have a lot of base stats, unfortunately. But if I wanted to and wanted to go for life, I could just take everything I have on my pop gun and move it to the base pistol I want, because in this case I would need to find enough mod permits in order to get enough mod slots. I don't. So CM armor is command armor, I think. Uses medicine when HP is low and use cure to remove statuses. This is an armor that makes dealing with things like blindness and stuff like that much easier, and same with medicine. If you get hurt and you're about to die, it will automatically use a medicine without using your turn. It's nice, but I need to make sure I have enough slots for the other more important things. In this case, it's normal I have here has it. So one of the most annoying status effects in the game is blindness. It makes it so that you can't shoot anything like all because of how shit your range is, and it lasts forever. My goal is to find an armor that gets rid of blindness and just use it for that. But that's everything I've showed you uses tools in order to do this. Something I did not know until recently, however, is distribute bonus points. You can do it to your gun. I thought you could only do it to your storage capacity and your AT bar. Forget using tools. This right here, is how you make your gun cracked beyond belief. You will need inventory space. That's not something you can avoid. You have a lot of stuff you will find in dungeons and that you will loot off of enemies, and you need space in order to have everything, to have enough space for everything. But the first time I played through the game, whenever I found a gun, I would keep it because, oh, once I find a tool, I can grab the stats on it and move it to my current gun. Even if it wasn't a great gun, I would do it. Thing is, if you find a gun that doesn't have any improvement, it's just fancy, doesn't have enough mods on it that you want to keep or anything like that, you can just leave it where it is. You will be able to use bonus points for boosting your guns more efficiently. And it will not be filling up your inventory. With that being said, I am now going to trade this. Guess I could probably just discard all of that. The joystick for all of that is very sensitive. And I have to show it. The 84-1 and 84. You might think that they do a lot of damage. They don't. They really don't. My gun is stronger than the rocket launcher. By a fair margin as well. It just has less range. This gun is made to kill God. And also this is why I hate the club. The game does not want you to not have a melee weapon, and it just takes space in your inventory. In this case, the club 5 is quick draw, and you can steal things with it. I mean, it is a main sneak point, but if you find a shotgun, you can just make your gun have an AoE effect, which I don't. Unfortunately, the rocket launcher is as great as you'd think. It's very fun. There's no reason why the rocket launcher is not great, is because I was really looking for it. Hey there, lost. Rennen? Ready. Sorry, son. That is easy today. So make up for. Fine. Ben. Sorry, kid. That's not true. Not by my fire too. I must be grateful for it. Well, he's still alive. It doesn't really say what you're supposed to be doing. I think you're supposed to follow his wife last year. Before you were sent here. Nothing everybody we fought for Mexico study and he won, but I'm sure I doubt if he has time to spend with him. Hey, Captain Baker was looking for him. So I need to go for Baker. It was large man in charge. No. The game is weird with cutscenes. Sometimes it just stops the cutscene where you thought it would keep going. Like here, for example. You were looking for me? Yes, we're having a press conference now, and I want you there. Me? That's right, you'll be on national television as a sole survivor of that incident. But you only answer when I ask you. The media is just looking for anything to grill us about. I may even turn you into a suspect. So you let me do the talking, understood? Yes, sir. Okay then, let's go mix the press. So, you're saying this could be the work of a terrorist? That is what we currently speculate. How about accounts of officers and firemen at the scene bursting into flames? That was due to rare, highly flammable chemical which was used to start a fire. Another question. And how did Detective Bria survive with so much as a manner burn? That is a result of her quick thinking and training as an officer. I'm asking her the question. She... And my mitochondria were in mutation. Hiya! Your mitochondria? Who said this? Lisa, no, she said she was here. But according to report, Lisa Pierce was killed in the fire. Lisa did die, her body had been taken over by this Eve. What is Eve, some kind of alien? Well, please, she's very tired and we are still investigating. That will be all for today. I is a person of all time. Oh yeah, I thought I told you not to say anything. I think the truth. That is not the point. Who's going to believe you? You only stir up the media and cause people to panic. Sir, she was only... Make her here. Who? What do you want? Well, put him through then. Mrs. Captain Baker. What? Mate, you have to speak up. Yes? What? Yes. Alright. Some Japanese scientist, I think, couldn't understand couldn't understand his English too well. Was saying something, raving about some mito something. So he's coming here. It's mitochondria? Am I not seeing the cell that makes energy from oxygen? Right about that school? That's what Eve had said. Oops, music is really quiet. Okay, so should still be picked up by yes. Music was very quiet in my ears. It's time for the mitochondria to be set free. I just read that. I just read that some researcher at the museum wrote a new theory in them. Sir, I'm thinking I had to go talk to this researcher. Go, better get there before the media. Let me explain that phone call too. Yes, sir, come on here. I'll bring the car around, maybe the front. Yeah, please open the door. What a case to have on Christmas, huh? And welcome, my friends, to the world map. Whereabouts in the Chrysler building is already accessible. Huh. Welcome to the super secret special mega dungeon. We are going to go on 2 floors of it, just so you can understand the pain we will be going through in a few. This is a completely randomized dungeon. Every floor is different. I think there was a switch somewhere. Switch. It's not a switch. Oh boy, indeed. It also does not follow regular layouts. Certain floor, it's not impossible that if I go down here, it goes to the left, to the right, and then up again, without putting me where I was before. It is a goddamn nightmare. Surprisingly, the monster encounter is very low. So on the upper floor of the dungeon, normally we would have already been in like 5 fights and probably on our way to the 6th. It never as you can see, we are completely lost right now. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I'm hoping I am. And by some miracle I was. So guess what? That means we're backtracking. Because yes, it's a very secret, super secret mega dungeon. But it's also a place with goodies. Every single floor has this. A door. Leaning into... Oh, okay, again, this is going to be much less painful. This is a door that leads into a supply closet. Normally there's supposed to be a lot of stuff in here. Very fancy stuff. This is where you find some of the best gear and weapons in the game. From armor to not armor and stuff like that. Apparently they keep in the States they keep in mind what it looks, your progress in it. Because normally I would have found a bunch of very neat stuff in here that's not here, and I think that might mean I have locked myself out of an anti-blindness armor. It also means... That means I don't have to look for it, so that's nice. I'm going to go as fast as I can through the first few floors. Yeah, no, I grabbed everything apparently. I'm actually kind of worried about not having anything to fight. The only reason you don't have anything to fight in this dungeon is that the boss that's at the checkpoint is dead. There's a bunch of very strong and special bosses that you can only encounter here. Same with enemies, special enemies you can only encounter here. And if nothing is spawning at all, this might mean I just go straight to the final boss. And I don't fight anything, which is very lame. I was really looking forward to going through the dungeon again. Well, not really, but just shooting my way through everything, like, with my but yeah, we're just doing the first few floors and you can tell how much of a dungeon over time this is. And that's me with me spinning everything up. Imagine doing everything at this speed. Love it! this is all without having any encounter. Now imagine that we encounter every other screen. Both on your way to the dead end, and on your way away from the dead end. So this is a straight corridor, which means this is where the boss should have been. It's not here. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. It's less bad or more very lame. Super lame. Because this is meant to be where you bring your super gun, super armor, and everything you've grabbed from your first go around the game. And you bring it here and you shoot up the place, and yeah, that's where you use all of those resources you've got on No, it doesn't. So the way it works, if I remember correctly from the wiki I looked up, like I will look at the wiki between streams. Right now I'm just going through. The way it works is that when you go to Whistler building, you have I think 10 floors or so of between bosses, and once you've eliminated a boss, oh god damn it, I should have saved, but I didn't, so now we need to backtrack around. So the way it works is that this is the last floor of this tier, so to speak. By going through it, you end up at that room, large, very open. That is a boss room where you fight a boss. I don't remember which one it was for this one, but it was something like it was one of the other bosses you fight. And once you kill that boss, the encounters on previous floors get the tier you just went through just get deactivated. Monsters no longer spawn, so you can go through them however you want. You don't have any monster or anything to worry about. But that means it's not bugged or that we need a certain day. It just means since I've done it previous time I played this game, we don't do it again. Which, like I was saying, is kind of very disappointing and dumb, because this is where you're supposed to bring your new endgame guns and stuff and just wreck face. As you can imagine, the fact that you can bring the super gun, super armor, it's not meant for the main story. Really, it's very funny because you can nuke every single boss you ever encounter in the main story, but it's very much meant to allow you to fight very strong special bosses. And biggest problem is that a bunch of the bosses in here are what's the word? Special bosses that you can't find anywhere. I think one of them is a giant enemy crab, and I did not fight it in my previous run of this game because I did not want to make people suffer through this, and yeah, I didn't want to do that, but I figured that this time I will go through it, do a quick save before I'll go through it so like I did last time, but I will do a quick save since it's totally legit, I swear. Totally legit, I swear. We'll do a save state, grab the save state right before the boss, find the boss, kill the boss, go to the next boss, so on and so forth, until off stream, and then when we get into a stream, I just load the states one after the other in order to show off the various not so secret bosses that are in here. With how things are, that means once we're pretty much done with the story, I'm just going to grab the crystal key buildings from my stash, and we immediately go to the true final boss. Which is certainly going to make going through this game much faster, if more disappointing. But with that being said, let's keep going with the museum. I think this is going to be the last bit of story and everything that I'll go through, and then I'm going to end the stream, look up things about the secret dungeon, make sure I can't reset it somehow. Hopefully I can, because otherwise it's going to be annoying. And that place is the best way to get levels, and that's probably the main issue. Without it, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get a level necessary in order to fight the final boss. I'm hoping that at least the very last still have some enemies I can farm. Oh, yeah, if it doesn't, I can screw. And we're going to the Museum of Natural History. Dr. Hans Klemp is here. Not Klemp. What's his name? Research. But according to the papers, working on a new theory. Mitochondria has something. It seems to cover the whole genetic spectrum. Daniel, look at the road. It's odd to have a PhD and be working on this. Well, he's pretty antisocial and doesn't like to waste time outside research. Great. Grand time with this one. Yeah, I just know where you're going with this. Just be careful this time, huh? I'm referring to the press conference. Daniel, he's a cheap spot. You do join the force at the same time, didn't you? Yeah, but yes, I got it. Oh, he's my boss. And the other having a chocobo position. Oh wow, I still visited the museum. Dinosaurs! There's an exhibit. Love these things when I was a kid. It looks like it's closed today. Well, let's see. Well, let's see what that security guard can do for us. Hiya, please catch up. That's a fence. Hey there, how you doing? Doing okay, pretty cold day. How about yourself? We're with the NYPD. We're looking for Dr. Clamp. He works here, doesn't he? Sure does. As a matter of fact, he's up there in his room right now. Did you do something? Nah, we just wanna talk to him, that's all. Thank you, it shouldn't take long. Yeah, this place is pretty creepy when there's new people. You'll find him in the research lab on the second floor. Been pretty busy for the last few weeks, doesn't come out ever. Thanks. Just between us, the doctor's a bit... No, yeah, just be careful. Oh, by the way, could you sign in? It's policy, let's just keep track of who comes in. Thanks, Aya. Hey, Daniel, you sure you don't wanna run down here and do it yourself? About on the counter, thanks. That's my name? Yep, that should be enough. Unless you want to leave your number too. Hey, over here. It's open, let's check it out. Excuse me? Hello? Hey! Dr. Clamp? Dr. Clamp? I hear you. With the NYPD, we'd like to ask you a few questions. Professor, we're looking for clues concerning the incident which occurred. Are you accusing me? This again, what is this? Yes, he does. And that's for good reasons! This man! I know him, I think. There's a reason why I pronounced doctor with a K. He's Herr Doktor! Because he's German, I think. He certainly has a knife, right? Herr Dr. Clamp. What's wrong? You okay, Yaya? Yeah. We'd like to ask you about the mitochondria research you've been doing. NYPD, huh? Why are you interested in my work? The suspect mentioned that the mitochondria would be set free. Now, do you... That's suspecting that the people without laying a finger on them? And transform into some kind of creature and run off. She mentioned mitochondria. We're hoping you could supply us with more information. You have absolutely no idea what a true mitochondria is like. Do you? The mitochondria possesses its own unique genetic code. Its own? Are you saying it's a separate organism? Precisely. Kinda like a parasite or something, huh? A parasite? That's an interesting way of describing this most fascinating creature. I cannot live without mitochondria, do you understand? Is it me or is he mad scientist looking at us? He is, Daniel. He's totally mad scientist looking at us. The mitochondria creates energy for us. Without it, we are nothing. We are here Because the mitochondria allows us to be here. Our brain, for example, our brain function due to the interaction between oxygen and dendrites. This interaction is possible due to the energy the mitochondria provides. Did you know the mitochondria is capable of discharging 200,000 volts of electricity? This not only pertains to electrical discharge, but also applies to heat energy as well. Heat? The combustion from last night were. For example, for an human and melt, 1600 degrees of heat must be generated. There are several hundred mitochondria present within a single cell. If all the mitochondria in the body began functioning at the same time, a tremendous amount of energy would be generated and released. Making a human into a puddle of fluids would be a simple task with so much energy. So, you think that the mitochondria ignited those people? Professor, you may be right that we need mitochondria to live. But in the end, we're just using them for energy, right? You have no idea. The mitochondria has control over an organism's growth. Take this hand, for example. Before we are born, the head is merely a glob of flesh. But when the cells between the fingers deteriorate, that's when the fingers first form. When the cells which makes up the body aren't needed anymore, it receives a signal to die. This signal is initiated by the mitochondria. When it is relayed, the genetic information in the nucleus is cut off, and in a sense, dies. The same can be said for aging. The mitochondria mutates 10 times faster than cells. Of course, this also applies to mutant form of mitochondria as well. When too many mutant mitochondria multiply, energy production level decreases. Decreasing energy production is associated with the aging process. So, are you still stupid enough to say that we are the higher species? But you're not saying that the mitochondria is doing all this consciously, right? It'll be crazy. When I said the mitochondria could mutate 10 times faster than normal cells, I also meant that they could evolve at a rate 10 times faster. Since the beginning of creation, the mitochondria has been evolving at this rate. It's no surprise they possess a power beyond our cognition. No surprise at all. Let me tell you something. There was a scientist who tried to determine the mutation rate of the mitochondria. With this, the scientist wanted to establish a connection with human ancestry. In 1987, it was announced that the root of all humans can be traced to a single woman in Africa. This finding was announced around the world. And with this, the mitochondrial theory spread like wildfire. You know what they call the root of it all? Mitochondria Eve. Splendid name. Just incredible. Eve? The suspect in yesterday's case called herself Eve. What? Hey, if you know anything, you better not be holding back on us. She called herself Eve. I bet I've told you what I know. I'd like to return to my studies now. I believe you know the way out. Hey, you better explain what the hell is going on here. No. Daniel, forget it. Let's just go. God damn it! It is not night. So we are going to site, and we are also going to end here for today with a small explanation. What he was talking about is not explaining really anywhere in the game, but it is very important. This game. Parasite Eve is a sequel. This is something most people do not know. Parasite Eve is a sequel. To what, you may ask? I've never heard of a video game that came before Parasite Eve with anything resembling it. It's a sequel to a book of the same name. It was an update in a movie of the same name. I think it's also part of why we didn't really get more Parasite Eve games, because of copyright stuff like that. But in a sense, this game is similar-ish to the Megami Tensei books and the Shin Megami Tensei games. The Shin Megami Tensei series, if you don't know, started as an adaptation of the Megami Tensei books, which were like the Digital Devil Saga, the Digital Devil games, and the true Digital Devil. It's very weird, it's very bizarre, but this is a sequel to a book. What I would normally touch more, and it's the game will mention itself, just you could in passing, and I will talk about it a little bit more when we get to it. For now, I'm going to end the stream and try and see if I can figure out a way to make some damage. Because if you can do it, I've been uploading